This has not been the first time US has asked Israel to minimize collateral damage. In October 7 last year, when the deadly attack by Hamas took place in south of Israel, US warnings to Israel in the past. Biden urged Tel Aviv not to make same mistakes as Washington made in the aftermath of 9/11 terror attacks. Biden further said, while we sought justice and got justice, we also made mistakes. Biden also cautioned Israel not to be consumed by rage. In November 2023, Biden voiced his support for humanitarian pause in Israel's conflict with Hamas for the first time. December 2023, US urged Israel to end large-scale ground offensive in Gaza. US also asked Israel to transition to a more targeted phase of its conflict against Hamas. February 2024, Biden warned Israel not to attack Rafah without plan to protect civilians. He also asked Netanyahu to not move forward without credible and executable plan to protect the civilians. March 2024, Biden said that Netanyahu was hurting Israel more than helping it in conflict. He also warned that Rafah offensive would be a red line that Israel should never cross. All right, and DD India correspondent Alex Cadia joins us from Tel Aviv. Alex, now with Biden warning Netanyahu, US perhaps has never come out with such a hard statement like this.
Yeah, you're right. It's certainly the escalation we've seen building up for weeks between Prime Minister Netanyahu and Joe Biden. Real tension between the two leaders, real frustration on the US side, the feeling that the Israeli government was simply not listening to its largest ally. And that tension, that frustration, that rift between the two leaders has been building up for weeks, and that is why we've culminated to this point where Joe Biden, the US president, effectively giving his Israeli counterpart and the Israeli government an ultimatum, saying that they have to do more to allow aid to the Gaza Strip. They have to do more to prevent civilian deaths, or US support, US military support, US diplomatic support could be reduced, and weapons deliveries could be conditioned by the United States. We know that other allies, including the UK, have had similar concerns about breaches of international law by Israel in Gaza, and that their support may also diminish as a result of these allegations. So clearly pressure that the Israeli government says it has heard and responded to. We understand that the War Cabinet and the Israeli government have approved measures to allow more humanitarian aid to Gaza, including the reopening of the Erez checkpoint, which is a checkpoint at the northern end of the Gaza Strip. It's about an hour south of where I'm speaking to you from as well, and they will also allow humanitarian aid to flow in through the port of Ashdod, which is very close to the Gaza Strip and would facilitate aid going in. So clearly a lot of pressure and frustration from the US and a shift in position from the Israelis.
All right, Alex, we all know why this warning came from the United States. It's apparently after Israel's strike hit World Central Kitchen, that resulted in the death of a few aid workers. US perhaps is the biggest arms supplier for Israel. Now, Alex, WCK founder Jose Andres said his workers were systematically targeted, and WCK has called for independent investigation into the airstrikes. Do you have any updates on this?
Yeah, you're right. Well, the current investigation is being led by the fact-finding mechanism of the Israeli Defense Forces. So it is an independent body within the IDF, and we understand that that is what the World Central Kitchen founder Jose Andres objected to. He wanted to see a full third-party investigation. He pressured the United States, the United Kingdom, and other European allies of Israel to ask for that independent investigation into exactly what happened. Now, we've seen reporting in Israeli media, most notably in the Israeli newspaper Haaretz and elsewhere, of the exact nature of the strike. These three cars were hit one after the other with a delay between each strike. They were a distance from each other as well. We know the first car was hit. Those who survived tried to seek refuge in the second car. That was then hit. And when the third car, also branded World Central Kitchen, arrived to try and save those that had survived the first two strikes, that had also been hit. And those details that are starting to come out are exactly why Jose Andres and the United States and Israel's allies say they want to see a very clear investigation. Now, Herzl Halevi, he is the head of the IDF, the chief of the general staff, for the Israeli Defense Forces. He says that an investigation is ongoing. It will be thorough, it will be speedy, it will be transparent, and will be concluded in a matter of days, he said. We also know from Prime Minister Netanyahu that Israel intends to make the findings of that investigation public, but still pressure on Israel not just to investigate itself, but to allow an outside body to do so as well.
All right, we leave there. Thank you so much, Alex Carrier, for your analysis. Well, tensions are also rising between Israel and Iran due to the airstrike on Iran's embassy compound in the Syrian capital, Damascus. Though Israel has not commented on it yet, but Iran's leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has blamed Netanyahu for the attack. Israeli authorities believe that Iran may conduct a retaliatory attack as soon as Friday. Earlier, Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi also said that the strike would not go unanswered.